I have something very special for you. Are you sick of your boring life? Introducing the
KMS, stock up down.
Chip Chip.
And down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down.
Welcome back. 3 Up, 3 Down, episode 15. Back with my man PRC. No guest this week. No big deal. So interesting week. How you been? Well, we'll start off. I know Tim wants to know about the Bushes, and I think I guess he kind of made the point, but I think he's trying to get some answers on your marriage, which I thought was kind of, geez, Tim, take it easy, pal.
I think everything is kind of coming in. I'm starting to see growth in the top and the back, not the front yet, but there is movement. We went to the Demolition Derby this weekend. That was really fun. So
Nice.
Things are looking up, Tim.
Yeah, he said there's a few other chats that are asking about it. No, he could just be bullshitting, but he seems like a pretty honest guy. So
Yeah, if I had to sum it up for Tim, I'd say things are on a positive uptick as compared to the last couple weeks.
we're recording Monday. What day are we on? Tuesday night, 8:30. So I'm a little tired. PRC made me wait for a couple hours, but for good reason. You got a wife. I understand. Trust me, I understand. So
Yeah.
it's fine. It's great. So what do you think of today's show? Do you enjoy that with Carabas? He hasn't been in a while.
I did. Actually, today's show and yesterday's show, I thought were really fantastic. Like, I thought the vibe was really good with both of them, and the conversations flowed really well. So yeah, I was pretty big on the last two shows.
I know Kurt criticized me the other day, said I don't laugh, which he compared me like with sneakers that I don't laugh. But I'll tell you, I got a great laugh this morning when John wasn't coming in. I'll tell you, I was laughing out a storm today, and couldn't believe he didn't show up. Big development, not coming in the rain. Is just I'll say about John, he seems like a poor planner. You should have, if you're gonna drive, I think it's a crazy drive the night before to get there, huh? I mean, why not come up and stay on the night or something? And filming his debacle was just perfect. I was so happy. I'm a big Mick. I want Mick to get the job. But just a wild day for John. Not great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't talked to them since it happened, and it just seems like something's going on, and I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want it as much as the other people. I mean, and that's perfectly fine. Like if
Yep.
he's more happier, and living his life that way, that's perfectly fine. And I won't push it any further. I thought he wanted it. That's why I kind of pushed him a little bit sometimes, but yeah, man, if that's what he wants to do, so be it. Glad for John. I just want to see people happy. So, and kudos to Mick. So Mick looks like he's going to be the guy. So should be a good road trip.
Yeah, I think they summed it up pretty good. It's probably a quiet ride. I mean, seemed like they won't be doing so much talking. Maybe like Justin said in the beginning, and it kind of tails off. But that is a long drive. But I was thinking, why not? I know it's the road trip is just part of the show, but how much fucking easier would it be just to fly there? Jesus, what a pain in the ass that drive, But I know it's,
Well, you get to go through the heart of Indiana, man. That's a nice how are you going to pass that up? You get to go through Hammond and Gary, and if you want to, you can take a trip down to South Bend and check out whatever South Bend's doing. Elkhart, they make a lot of minivans and RVs down there. There's so much to explore in Indiana.
Yeah, they got, and if you can get through Ohio, they got the Hobart, the Hobart headquarters. It's a great place. Kings Island, it's a nice roller coaster park.
That's a little south. You'd have to go down by my area to get to Kings Island, but
that's true.
The Larry Bird Museum's a little south off the trail too, but it'll be worth it. Terre Haute's a shithole. I've only been there and I got arrested there, and that's my only trip to Terre Haute. College bar fight.
Oh, you win?
no,
You win, or how'd you do?
Yeah, I think it was a draw.
Oh, all right.
It was just a melee of just stupidness, and it was not a fun time. And jail was not fun at Terre Haute either. But we're back and we're rolling. So not a great town, great basketball.
What do you think of John's game today? I thought the game actually had some potential, but it just the questions were very odd. They were just didn't fit right, but I thought the game actually could have had some really good potential. It just didn't play out that way.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Like I think if you tweaked it a little bit, I think it has potential. I think the questions were a little verbose, as they would say, a little drawn out. But I think if you tweaked it, there's something there. We could work with it.
Also, shout out to Pat Ford. I guess his wife's gonna be.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Tonight, or
congrats, congratulations. That's awesome, man. A new fan.
I know, and I know Pat's nervous, but I will say, somebody that has 2 kids, it is more work in the beginning, but eventually your kids kind of like play with each other, like kind of take away you having to do everything. They kind of entertain each other, so it actually, in some ways, is a lot easier. So don't need to worry, Pat. You're stressing out for nothing. There's nothing you can do about it anyway. You're not going to sleep. It's going to be rough times, but congratulations, Pat. I hope everything goes all right for you. I've had my own some terrible losses. I lost twins at 21 weeks. Watched them deliver, watched them die in my arms. So when somebody's going through something like this, you never really know. You never know what can happen. So congratulations. I hope everything goes well. I'm actually going to pray for you, Pat, and I wish you the best. So what else we got here? I think. Oh, okay. Now I was thinking, hi, the Luke, that piece of shit, huh?
What happened with Luke?
So he's
the link.
Yeah, what an asshole. Like, I'm just like, I don't understand this guy. I'm trying to figure this Luke guy out.
Do you think it kind of would have been fun, though, to have a little Royal Rumble?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes you got to get in the mud, Kane. So,
Well, I would have him on. He doesn't want to come on. You're saying just like random people coming in?
Just random people. Sometimes you just got to fight it out, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, I don't mind. I think I don't know. Like, I do want to. I still want to have the respect to run something like that by manners. I don't know. I don't know enough. I've made enough mistakes around lately. So I'm just gonna hold off until I would talk to him. But I wouldn't mind it because I'm willing to do it. I don't know. I want to get his opinion, to be honest.
It would be cool someday just to have like a Royal Rumble show where people get on and they just like argue topics, and then whoever sucks, they just get kicked off, and then the next person comes in, and then like the best man standing, woman, whoever. I think that'd be a cool show.
That's not a bad idea. There we go. I'm gonna break it down right here. But he's kind of a weird guy. So I thought he was like playful. That's why I can't figure this guy out. So I've asked him to come on. He doesn't want to come on. But he does. Every time I tweet, he's one of the first people there. And then he kind of had that 3 up, 3 down, whatever thing going on. He still does. But then today he was very like in the direct message. He seemed just so fucking cunty. I'm like, holy shit. I don't think this guy. I don't know if it's sensitivity. Probably just hates me. I don't know, but. Well, I said, all right, I'm not going to bother with you anymore. There's other people around this world I'm not going to bother with anymore. Like, I'm done with some of these people. Like, I've gone as far as I can go with people. And, if there's no humor attached to stuff, then it's just not worth it for me. So
100% agree. Like, I've never had issues like that with Luke, but in your case, if someone's taking away your energy into a negative space, then sometimes it's best just to cut it off and keep it moving.
Well, I just don't, like, if you're going to be playful. If not, then it's no problem. I don't really care. I mean, he runs in a different space than I do anyway. I don't know. So I heard. I also sent out. I asked Fax. Obviously, that he never responded. So I don't know. I'm trying to come on a show where Kirk will hear you, Fax. But it's okay. He's done a lot of work, a lot of good work. So if he ever wants to come on, I would have him on almost every week. I like him a lot. So, but I know he's a
good guy.
So. He's doing a good job. I heard some of your criticisms. I heard also his criticisms. So what'd you think? I know I heard you said I was combative. I will say, unfortunately for me, I did hear what you said. I kind of actually thought about it a lot, and I understand where you're coming from. But I'll be honest with you to even just as
Sure.
you know, so I've told, I have a group of like 3 or 4 guys that I talk to regularly, And when I first told them I'm coming on a podcast, they're like, Ray's going on a podcast. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I don't want to say my name. They were shocked. They're like, what are you doing on there? Like they had, because my personality would never make sense, So I was just trying to explain to them, man, kind of I listen to this podcast, there's different shows about it, and I've gone in. So and they were just like shocked. So I guess the way I kind of look at this overall, very grateful, very, very grateful. I'm a Make-A-Wish project, my friend. Like I don't belong ever on a show. I don't belong doing any of this. I think it's an unbelievable underdog story in a way. Like for me, like I can't, like I'm in, like the idea that I sat next to that guy twice now in a studio is overwhelming at times for me. Like I just can't believe it. So I'm extremely grateful. I know I'm not good on the show. I know all these things. So I realize that like it's just a great opportunity to just really almost like live out a dream for me. I mean, I try to think of it. I don't know how to compare it to anything, but like for me, if it's something in my life, this show's meant a lot to me. So if I really love the show and it does, something for me, the idea of actually being on the show from my favorite podcast, the guy I think is the best broadcaster in the world, to actually sit there, it's just to me just a great. I don't even know how to put it into words sometimes. I'm just shocked. So that's kind of the angle I come from. I'm not trying to, honestly, I hope he never invites me in again. I'm not comfortable with it, Yeah. If he ever asks me though, I'm not going to say no. I just, I'm happy for what it is. I would never care if I went on again. I'm extremely grateful. And now I'll listen to your criticisms.
Oh no. I mean, that's a good way to put it, is to think about it. Like this is fun. This is all just fun. It's like, I think sometimes I probably take it a little bit too, or act like I'm taking it too serious, but that's kind of my thing. I like to do that, but, it's fun and it is a great opportunity, and it's a great, I mean, if you get a chance to just get on there and have fun, like I think everybody should give it a shot. Just, who cares if you look stupid? Who cares if you look dumb? It's fun to just be a part of this and do this for a little bit. My criticism towards the provocateur, but I've been saying that for months now about the provocateur. I just think sometimes it just seems forced out of nowhere. Like it's just a pretty chill day, and then you just come on with just out of nowhere, like I'm pissed off about this, and it's just like why? That's all my thing. But like, okay. Especially when I talk to you and I know you as a human being, and people tend to think of you as, I'm kidding, but you're actually a good guy. So
I appreciate that.
I just wish you'd let people see that more. But if that's your thing, that's your thing. It's not my thing.
I told you I'm not good at it, so I don't know. I mean, look at the. I don't even know. I still don't know what's. Again, it's like guys like Sneakers. I'm just pretty much done with. I'm all done with these chats, these troll guys. I'm gonna probably jump out of there. I don't want. If it's not gonna be fun. I mean, the guy's literally sending me like texts, all kinds of shit. Like it's just, I know he's just fucking around. I don't know. Maybe he's not. I don't know. But I apologize to him. I'm done with it. I'm honestly not going to talk about it anymore for that sake, because it's just not. It's just energy I don't even want to waste my time with. I only like the fun parts. I'm not going to, battle with things that are. I mean, some of the shit I see in there, I'm almost like, I know I'm not really sensitive per se, but some of the stuff's a little crazy. So,
yeah, man, Kane, I'll tell you this. I don't know if you know this, but I played baseball.
You did?
Yeah. It's a secret. I don't really like talking about it, but they always said, work your ass off, have fun, and just let the chips fall where they may. And like, I think that lesson applies to everything, man. Just work as hard as you can. Don't take yourself too seriously, and just let whatever happens, man. And if you got to cut off that group, cut off that group. If you got to do whatever it is to be happy, do whatever the fuck you can to be happy, man.
Yeah, they just suck, It's just nothing. I don't know. I don't find it funny. So it's not my humor, so no big deal. Obviously, I got a different sense of humor. So I'm going to announce it now. Next week, big guest. We're gonna bring on Mama Kay. She's agreed to come on, and I'm pretty excited about it. I mean, she's she couldn't maybe we can record a little earlier. We might be able to. I mean, she doesn't work, so she'll be able to come on at any time. And so if we want to record a little earlier, I don't know what time you can record at, but I don't like recording at 8:00. So.
Oh no, I don't either. You just happen to find the one time in the last month I actually had to do something.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. I don't mean by that. I just like it'd be almost better if you're not working and stuff. You're retired, so like even 3:00 might be a good time.
Yeah, that works for me. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean she's got tons of money. She doesn't have to work, so it's good for her. Her husband's taking care of her out there in Barrington, but she'll be on. And also, I talked to Andy Mayo. He said eventually he'll come on with us too. So that's nice. I always wanted to have Andy on. So I got a good little thing going and see where it goes. But we'll start it. I'm taking Ted Sarandis off the show. He sucks.
Okay.
He will not have any conversation on here anymore either, unless we're ripping him or giving him an up, I guess. But I'm not going to do the ups just for him anymore because he's been very, very critical. Just I think he's going through something. He's doing it to everybody. It's nothing positive come from this guy lately. So, I'm trying to be a little more positive these days, PRC. I'm gonna try for you because I think you made some good points. I had to look a little inward, but we'll start with the ups. We'll go with you first.
So we are starting with the ups.
Yeah, we're just not going to dedicate it to the other guy.
Okay.
We're going to give him the satisfaction.
We're starting with the ups, but just because we want to, we're not dedicating to anyone. Is that correct?
No, we'll dedicate this week. We're going to dedicate this week to Mick, even though he hasn't been in studio every day, which I don't understand. Mick, I'm going to give you some advice, buddy. Just get there. Get in the studio. Don't listen to Kirk. Kirk, every time I try to talk, they're like, shut me off. It's like, Kirk's his father now, so he's sticking up for him. Mick can talk. He should be going in there and making his presence like, I'm going to take the job and there's nothing you can do about it. He really hasn't really done that. I mean, I'm sure he's working and stuff, so I don't want to be too critical. If you got to work a lunch shift, you're not going to be able to go in. So I get it. But John was going to come in today, and that was, it's not a good look. So you got to go earn that thing. So go get it, Mick. We're going to dedicate it to you today. We'll start the ups with PRC.
The ups. Okay, my first up is going to be Justin. Like I said before, when I've listened, to the last couple shows, it's been a real good vibe. Justin's chiming in good time. He's making good conversation. The drops, the segment, or him searching for the drops and them coming in late, and everybody just having a laugh about that, has been amazing. And I just think he's on a heater right now. So Justin's going to be my first up.
I was going to take him first. I think Justin's been great. He's been great.
Yeah, he's been on fire.
I kind of criticized him a little bit on my Canes Corner thing about him not maybe doing the number one role. I'm going to take it back. I think I was completely off on this one. I think he's going to be a perfect fit, actually. I'm starting to believe in this guy a lot more. He seems so – he's been really good on the show the past week. And even, I guess – he's been on good for a while, but especially the last week, been really good. That Polar episode was fantastic. Polar was great.
Mm-hmm.
So great pick. Justin's doing a good job. I'm really happy for the guy. Good for him. What an opportunity, man. And you're producing the best podcast in the world. What a fucking opportunity. So, congrats to him. But yeah, good pick. So I'm gonna go my first pick. I'm gonna do it. I haven't done it yet. I don't think I've ever put this guy on my list. But I'm gonna go Kirk Minahan. For just everything in general. Just having me in, which I find to be just still astonishing. I don't know, honestly, not always thinking, but I appreciate it. I definitely got some feedback. I had the guy from the restaurant right near me reach out. He's just grateful for the kind words. The establishment. A fine institution, really good food, good bar, good nice people, nice looking people around the bar. So good place, good bartenders. The owner's a nice guy. I think the guy's a Minifan. He must obviously be a Minifan, one of the guys. But he offered me some stuff. I denied. So I denied. I don't want any free dinner or drinks or nothing. Don't bother me. That's for Kirk. But it was nice. That kind of stuff actually made me realize, like, wow, man, these people really appreciate that stuff, you know?
Mhm.
So it was just a good opportunity. I had a great time, much more comfortable. And I really appreciate him having me in. So I'm going to give him my top spot.
Sweet. All right. My second up is going to be another one who's been in recently, and that's Gus. He looked really good today. He did look very healthy. He looked svelte, as they would say. He was pretty honest about what he was doing with his jobs, and like he was like, "I don't have anything, but I am going to reach out to him." I think that was a step in the right direction, and he also mentioned wing nuts, which I think I've tried them, and it's fantastic. And that was just a spot on recommendation for wings in Buffalo. And I put him on down a few times. So if I do that, I gotta get him his ups when he's up. So looked good, was pretty good on the show. Good eating recommendation. He's definitely an up.
Yeah, I think Gus. I mean, well, I've read in some of the chat groups and stuff that I guess he's going through some really hard shit right now. I don't know why he tells anybody any of this stuff. I wish I didn't know. But you know, the stuff that was talked about seems pretty serious. So, another one. I hope everything's okay, Gus. I'm always rooting for Gus.
Yeah.
I thought he was not great on the show today, but he not as good as he's been. I think something's. You know, it just seems off a little bit to me, but it's a good pick. If you're a big Gus guy, you know, he seems like he's doing okay. I hope everything goes okay. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I mean, that even goes to more of an up if he's fighting through that and still showing up, and like, so more props to him. And like, yeah, like I hope he gets through what he's going through, but he seems like he's motivated to do it. So Gus up.
All right, perfect. You know, my second up, I'm going to go with Jackson. I'm going to give Jackson. He's kind of, you know, a guy that's defended me a lot. I like you. Good guy. He's kind of, you know, just solid. I've been actually watching their show. So good content. He's a fun guy. I love the Australian accent. And just a good guy. So I'm going to go with Jackson this week. Nothing special, nothing crazy. Just seems like good vibes I get from him. I enjoy him on his content. So.
Yeah, he's always been a good guy, like a straight shooter. So that's a good pick. Yeah, for my third up, I'm going to go. Do I want to do the speculative or do I want to do just? I'm not going to go speculative. I'm going to go regular. Shark. That graphic yesterday was utter perfection. I don't think you could make a graphic. It was smooth. It was to the point. And that was just one in like a line of heaters he's just been on right now with that stuff. So definitely Shark has to get an up, especially for that graphic yesterday.
Shark could get an up every week. He's that good. Maybe I don't know. I want to say he's pretty much my favorite guy. So that graphic was almost mesmerizing. Like, it's amazing what this podcast has kind of done, huh? I mean, I don't know enough about this, but I was thinking about this. Like, did Stern ever have like this kind of group of podcasts just around his show? Like, I don't remember it. I mean, I know it was a long time ago when he was really, really good, but
like when I used to listen to it, he had people that worked for him that spun off and did their own things. Like there's like after shows, and then John did like a whole fast food thing before, and then became like a big fast food network guy. And I used to like watch that stuff, but I don't know. Someone who knows more about it would have to tell me. But from what I know, it was usually where they did involve people, but it was more people that were more connected to the show. I guess it would be like a Gus or a Coleman having their own show or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the producer kind of thing.
Yeah. But I'm sure, I mean, they did crazy stuff. So,
I mean, there's a lot of shows around this show, though. I'm sure there's something else.
There has to be. I mean, it's like Kirk's thing. There's a whole world of Stern.
It's crazy, man. Just a great graphic. He's had a couple of them really good. I mean, everything he does is good. He's a master. He's a master of his art. Just a great Minute fan. So awesome pick. You could give it to him every week. You should dedicate the show to him. He's so good. I won't, but he's excellent. All right, my third up. Going my man Coleman.
Yeah.
Jack Coleman. Oh my God! Did he just stick the knife right in Jeff D'Lo's back? Now Jeff D'Lo, I mean, the guy goes and does what he did. I mean, at the end of the day, Coleman got fired. Well, whatever. We'll have this argument again, but Coleman was let go. He left, whatever it is, and Jeff D'Lo was kind of part of it. I mean, he was. He stuck his fucking beak in. Got to be rattled. He hated Coleman, and then when Coleman got fired, he's basically calling him a loser and all that fuck, And it's the guy did get, he's gone from his job. So then when Coleman responds, he goes back and then he does this thing. He's like crying about being mentioned on an unnamed show. Oh, Jeff, the horror. They mentioned you on the unnamed show. What a horrible thing, I thought that was he just comes off like a bitch. I know he's a good guy. I get it. I mean, it wasn't long ago where Portnoy was saying he was costing the company $100,000, but times are different. He got a big show. He made it. Give him a lot of credit. That doesn't show is very good. So he does a great job, but he is a whiny and he's very sensitive. And he literally has not called back since that Mikey Grabbags hit song, whatever you want to call it. It's just how he is. And I mean, I don't know. I just find him to be kind of whiny. And Coleman did a great job. And also with Clemmer, he kind of rattled him too. So good job, Coleman. I wish you luck, but pretty good week for not being on the show.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing with Coleman is like Kirk said it in one of the other two shows was like, where was that Coleman during the whole thing? So, but like, I don't know, who knows? But he seems to he found his groove now, and he did lay some heavy shots down on Twitter. So
that was great. I mean,
it certainly can be an up.
Yeah, he got lit up a little on that unnamed show. He was kind of, but it's hard. I mean, I can't imagine sitting there taking that heat from him. It's tough. He's really good at what he does too. So. Coleman, I just find it to be, the idea that he was lazy. I didn't like that. I think that's really unfair to call him lazy. He was very prepared. You see it now, like with his shows, he had stuff ready to go, and he never really ran out much. So calling him lazy, I think, and I don't. The late thing too. No show really was ever late because of Coleman either. So, I mean, I find it crazy that he was suspended for 2 weeks for that with no pay. When, not for nothing, Mike Geary was drunk at a live show and really got no suspension. And I know it was different times, and I'm not really sure if I remember if Mike was working technically for the show, if that was like when he was kind of on for free. I don't remember. But it's definitely not consistent. I mean, one is not consistent with the other. The one that Mike did was much worse.
I went back and I was listening to old shows this weekend, and I did listen to Blind Mike's Reckoning, like the one after that. I think he mentioned he was working for, but I mean, I don't want to know if I could be wrong, but I think he did. I think he was, but yeah, like that was a big incident too, and but I don't know. Who knows what's going on internally, really? With
I know
the whole Coleman thing. You can't really. But
I was thinking about that show with Mike, with that Reckoning show. When I was thinking about that when I was in the studio the first time, how fucking crazy that must have been. That's hard in there. Kirk is like, he comes in, he just commands. Like, people he just talk. It's not always that easy. Like, it's in such command, and he was so mad. That must have been so brutal. So I wish I was there for that one. But that was I find it. I thought Coleman did well.
He did defend himself. Yeah, that he stood up. So yeah, that could definitely be an up.
And I'll give the honorable mention to Polar, who I thought, I don't know. I saw some things on here. It was one of the greatest shows of all time. I wouldn't go that far, but Greg is very good on the show. Very good. Very funny guy. I mean, he's a natural. So I thought it was a really good show. I don't know if I don't know if it's an all-time show, but it was definitely really good. So, all right, I'm gonna start with the downs.
Okay, is it me or you?
I don't care. You want to go first? Or you want me to go?
You can go first.
All right. First, I'm gonna go with John from Scranton. It just happened today, so I had to grab it. Just a failed opportunity. Poor planning, or whatever. You didn't know it was gonna rain like that. I understand. You got to make it in. You got to dog through it, man. I've driven through some bad rain. I get it. The turnaround, the kind of joking almost about it, just Not great, John. I mean, if this is the kind of level that we're gonna get from you, the drive to get to be the greatest producer to help this show, it kind of showed up today that he flopped. I was happy to see it. Ecstatic. I actually laughed. I laughed a lot. But John is a good guy, and I got respect for John. He does good work, but he's just not. I don't want him on that show. I want Mick. So for that reason alone, I'm going to put him on the down, and I cannot believe he didn't fucking make it into there. It's just a colossal fuck up. So,
yeah, I mean, it objectively, like you have to put it as a down. Just in my personal opinion, it seems like maybe today or this was just him saying that he would like Mick to have the producer job. He doesn't want it. No, I mean, it honestly does, and like doing all that is like. It could be somebody's way of expressing, but so if that's the case, then to John, like I thought he really wanted it. So I mean, I said some stuff where I was like, you really should get on this and do this and do this. And like, if he didn't want it, like, then I apologize to pushing him. But like, yeah, objectively I mean, I can't see how you cannot put that as a down, to be honest with you.
I mean, you just can't. You got to get there. I mean, it's for any, and I feel for him that it was raining. But
rain does suck to drive in. Like,
yeah, I mean, the video was kind of funny. So I mean, he looked so defeated. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty happy. So, oh well. Sorry, John.
And if he's happy doing what he's doing, then I'm happy for him. Is my thing. So. All right, my first down is I'm going to go ahead, and this isn't a cop-out. This is an honest thing. This is me putting myself on the down for the list. I didn't have the best week. I restarted my medicine, didn't get a lot of sleep. Probably should have asked somebody to do the show Friday, but instead I went on. I felt like I was a little bit like Jesse from Saved by the Bell. I was eating a pen. I was saying, like, I'm so excited, I'm so scared, but
I thought you did well.
I mean, I may be a harsh critic on myself, but I felt like I could have done better. I'm learning all the parody songs now, which is cool too. I've gone through those. My three favorite are still Steve's a Liar, the original one. I'm a Red Sox employee by Carano. That just had me cracking up. And then Bobby's. And I was gonna put like a podcast Jesus on there because I like that one. I just hate like a Rhinestone Cowboy so much that just not the parody song, but just that specific song for whatever reason just makes me want to. And so even doing it to the tune of that, just for whatever reason wants to. So but the good thing about me is I bend and I don't break. So I'm bouncing back. We got Mike and the Minifans lined up for the next 2 weeks with some good fresh faces.
Nice, good. You need it.
Yep. We don't collect L's, we collect learns. That's another baseball thing. I don't know if I told you that. We've been in baseball, but we're gonna win. So I'm excited. I'm down but not out, Kane.
So what do you think? What's the plan going forward here? You think it's gonna be? Is BA going to continue to host?
Yes, hopefully. Right. Hopefully. I would like him and Fax, and I can jump in every once in a while to get through the show. But I don't want to do that. I like doing the behind the scenes organizing, getting everything, getting in the mud, as they would say, and mixing it up with people and doing all that. So I'm doing I think I'm doing a pretty good job with that, annoying people, which, in organizing, sometimes you're not going to make friends, but that's how it goes. And so I'm excited. And the more we can get BA leading some fresh faces on that show, I think the better the show is going to be. So I think the machine is starting to turn on a little bit, and once it gets cranked, it's going to be on autopilot.
Is there anybody that's going to surprise us, like somebody we haven't seen, any names that are notable, or you think are in the pipeline?
Well, I announced next week Gilroy's making his debut.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Friday. So next Friday night, Mike and the Minifans will be the debut of Patrick Gilroy, and then Mayo can answer his questions on whether he actually listens or not. So there's no better way to find out than in the arena. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, like I said, everything in life just gets down to the jungle. and it's two people in the jungle, and so
This
that's
show
what
is
we're gonna get.
actually is pretty funny. I mean, I haven't listened to all of them. I'm not going to say that, but I enjoy it. I'd like to get him and his wife on. That'd be a fun show. I don't know.
Mhm.
They don't really listen to this show. We have to maybe do a different format, but yeah, that'd be. It's good. It's nice to have. I like Gilroy. I thought he did well. And I stand by that. He just, he thought Kirk was an asshole, so Kirk doesn't want him on anymore because his performance wasn't bad. I mean, he's a professional. The guys that usually do the best in there have some kind of experience, I mean, Mutt's been great, experienced, Greg Polar for whatever. He's really good, but he's also an actor, he just has the chops, and I thought Gilroy has, he never really drew a rating like Kirk would say, but he was pretty good in there. I thought he did a good job, so I'd like to see him back in. All right, second down. I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to down on the troll chat. I know nobody's gonna care about that, but I care about that. It's a fucking terrible chat. It's filled with the most hate. People that are really just. I mean, even I can not be sensitive and joke around. Some of the stuff that's said, and I know it is what it is. Nobody's really seeing it but them. There's some fucking wild people in there, man. It is some of the shit. I can't even believe it. I'm like, wow, man. It's crazy to think I'd even know it existed until maybe a month ago. So I hate those guys. They're terrible. Most of them. I mean, there's a couple good ones in there. I mean, BA's in there. I like BA. Believe it or not, still a sneakers fan. Not going to deal with them, but still a fan. But some of these other guys are just hateful motherfuckers. I'm just going to put them on a down because I just don't like them. So no particular reason. I just feel like shitting on them tonight. And they're just, it's just not, the sad part about these guys really is they pretend like they're not fans, but they watch every fucking show, and it just to have the same exact take every single time to me is just, I don't get it. Like, how could anybody take you serious if all you say is the show sucks? Then why do you watch it every fucking day? I don't get it. And you obviously watch it every day. Of course, it's not. You can't be telling the truth. So you're not genuine. So to me, it's just it's the worst. It's the worst part of, I think, of the show area is these kind of people. Do what you want to do. I don't care. I'm never gonna block you. I find it to be a nausea. It just bad karma, bad people. I'm sure some of them are okay, but I can't stand them. So I'm down on them.
Are we on the second down? My second down. I was gonna do what's his name? The Dick Hogan guy.
Dick Hogan.
But I don't know. The more I think about it, it's kind of a win, man, to just retire for 40 years.
Crazy.
Just work the system like that and just retire for 40 years. Like that, he should have been on the up. So I guess my second down in that same realm is going to be the Boston Globe for that headline. That's I don't read the paper. I do know the story because it is kind of interwoven into my personal life and all that stuff. And it's it was a very bad headline, and their accountability should be taken.
Yeah, I mean, they suck. It's just, somebody can make a mistake. It can happen, but because it's them and, how, righteous they are, you got to eat shit. And obviously they're just going to try to, push it under the rug, and it will get swept away. And that's how it is. But bad day.
What do they say in journalism? It's don't be first, be right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it looked like someone was in a race to first in that one.
Yeah, fuck, I'm good. But I haven't put a physical piece of paper in my hands in a long time. I mean, I knew when I was younger, I used to love getting that Sunday paper. When I was like in my 20s, I'd always go in the morning, grab it, and it's just out. It's just gone. I haven't done that in years.
This isn't gonna help my dissolve the allegations of me being a nerd. But I still do get it.
Wow.
Nice. For the crossword and the jumble. So I like to do those every morning while I eat breakfast.
Good for you, man. I should do that.
Yeah.
All right. My last down. I have a lot of downs this week. I don't
either, to be honest with you. It's
I'm just gonna. I guess I'll take the easy way. I'll just go with Luke. Luke. just joking around, buddy. You take everything so serious. It's all right. If he doesn't want to come on the show, I just find him. I had to block him. I don't like him sending out the link without. I mean, it's just a fucking classless move. You know what I mean? Not a big deal. Just made a new link in 2 seconds, but just a weird. I don't know. I don't get the guy. Maybe I'll figure him out. But for this week, Luke and Tim Smith, I know is he a fan of Luke now? What's going on with this suspension with him? What happened here?
He suspended himself for 2 weeks from Open Borders. I thought he tried to. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you what Luke does. I can't tell you why Luke does what he does. Like Luke is a Rubik's cube wrapped in a West Virginia jersey or a Marshall jersey. Excuse me.
Yeah, odd guy.
Oh, he's gonna hate that. Yeah. But yeah. It was supposed to be 2 weeks for whatever he thought he did. And I thought it was for the entire show or for the entire Twitter and Open Borders. Clearly not Twitter, as everybody can see. He's pretty active still. So I don't know. Maybe the band's done. Maybe there's a show coming out. Luke moves in mysterious ways.
Are you thinking maybe he's not going to come back to Open Borders? Or
I think he'll come back to Open Borders. I like Open Borders. They have I've said it a million times ad nauseum, but they have a good vibe. I like that vibe. So I hope Open Borders comes back.
Yeah, so he's just suspended himself. So it's just some bit that he just needs 2 weeks off. That's kind of what we're thinking. Like he just has something going on or whatever. All right.
Giving us a little bit of entertainment as it goes on.
So what has Tim Smith got to do with any of it? Is he just a fan or is he part of that or the show?
You know what? Tim could have something to do with it, or he could have everything to do with it. Tim is a mystery. But if you take it at its word, Tim Smith is a enjoyer of Open Borders.
Okay. He's a good guy. Seems like a good.
Yeah, he's very nice. I've talked to him. He does like to keep himself as a little bit of a mystery, so that's why I always keep it as a little bit of a mystery as well. But he's a very nice guy, or people. I think he did admit Tim Smith is a conglomerate.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but everybody in the conglomerate seems to be pretty affable as they say.
That's interesting. So do you think they're all? But I think one of them, whatever one of them is, they said they're from England. Is that accurate? That sound right?
No, I mean that he said he's from England. Yes, that is accurate. Again, you'll have to take him at his word. He does. Yeah, I mean he does tweet during England times and not tweet during when England people would be sleeping times. So it kind of checks out. But I don't know. Whatever Tim Smith is, I like it. But on the surface, yeah, he's just a fan.
Yeah. So I was driving home from the show and I got a text. I had been seeing a girl before Lisa. I met her at work. She said she was separated, and I believed her. So we started kind of hanging out, and I was actually she worked for me. So that's usually a big no-no. But yeah, so she's my age, but we're both 42. So she kind of moved. So she ended up moving to like a different department. Anyway, so I started seeing her, and so I didn't know. So I mean, it started off pretty good. Then come to find out, she still was married, and her husband, so basically what happened was one day I was in her house. I fell asleep. I didn't know he was coming home. He came home, and I was in there. I had to run out of their house. So I kind of like ran up the stairs and kind of ran out. And I didn't have my clothes with me, so I had to like do the knock of shame, have my clothes back, So after that day, I realized, this girl's a little crazy, So she had been for probably a year and a half. We kind of were like still talking on and off, whatever. So she's now kind of like they've kind of moved on or whatever. So I started kind of talking to her again maybe a couple months ago. So she sends me this text that's like, she basically says she's pregnant, So, okay.
Oh.
So Well, so I know for a fact, because I had a vasectomy, So, so she didn't know that either. I never told her this. But I know. So she's like, "Hey, I'm pregnant. Like, it's yours,
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. So I fucking read
Interesting.
so I was like, okay. So I know my doctor when I went to see her. I was a woman. She said she had done over 2,000 of these surgeries or something. That's what she said. I don't know if it's true. She was older, probably true. She said she's never had a repeat customer. She's exactly what I want to hear, right? So I told her. I said, look, like I never told you this, but I have a vasectomy, Come to find out, she was unfortunately, with her husband, I guess whatever he is, on the side. So interesting conversation. The guy texts me today. He's like, "Oh, I know it's yours." Like, basically, like, and I told him, like, it's impossible, brother. I know it's you.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I'll say I don't know how we got here, but I'm glad we did. This is interesting. Yeah. Are they running some kind of scam or something?
I don't know.
Is this like a thing, and then you'll have to pay it, and while they live and go to Jamaica or something? I don't know. That's odd.
It's very odd. Even when it happened, like he wasn't like overly angry. I just chalked it up. He was a pussy,
Sure.
I mean, if you catch somebody in your house with your wife, I mean, again, she's just kind of been like a compulsive liar, I would think. I'm not really sure. I don't know these.
Yeah.
I don't know her good enough. I mean, I thought she was nice, but now you don't know. I mean, I've been with her a good amount of time. Kind of like I know her pretty well. Like I thought. I just find it funny because then it's like, well, it's not me. I don't know what you're trying to pull. Like, it's like, well, I was gonna have the abortion, but if it's yours, like, I don't know. I'm like, well, who else would it be? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
I told her, I was like, look, there's no way it's me. So I know you're with somebody else, whatever. But holy fuck, crazy. Now, if I didn't have that, I don't know. What I don't know where I would have went with that. Because it could have been
Another new Minute fan.
Oh God, no. Fucking wild.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, I know.
You live quite the life, Kane.
No, I don't want that shit. I don't want that.
I went to Walmart, so that way.
Yeah, no, not great.
Yeah.
But a little treat for after the show. Appreciated it. I mean, it's kind of funny now when I think about it. I mean, it's not like I thought I was ever gonna marry this person or anything. But yeah, fucking never know who's out there. PRC, watch yourself.
I will. Luckily, I haven't had to worry about children yet, but I gotta.
Yeah, it's hard work.
Yeah, I could imagine. But so I guess congratulations to Pat Ford and congratulations to you for entirely similar but different reasons. So
wow. Yeah, I don't know what the scam was. Nobody asked me for anything yet, so I don't know. But don't get it. Crazy people. But all right. Cool. I think I'm good. We'll do the outro.
Right. Yep. So next week, special guest, Mama K.
Mama K will be here.
That sounds good. Looking forward to it.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, man. See you.
Bye.